Today, I am going to show you the most amazing tomato soup recipe. It is so good. There's absolutely no cheating. It counts as eating vegetables. You can eat as much as you want. So it's a plus recipe. It's a recipe that my nephew's girlfriend Gwyneth made for me and for my family. She was staying with us for a few days, so made this soup and everybody loved it. It was so good. So I'm going to take you into the kitchen today to make this amazing soup that has a sweetener in it that's going to surprise you, because most tomato soups, people add either brown sugar or sugar into the recipe. This one has a secret sauce, but I'm going to share it with you, just like Gwen shared it with me, and I really appreciated it. So anyway, my name's Pam Doneen, and I love making these videos for you. So we're going to go into the kitchen, but before we do, if you could do like, subscribe, and the notification bell, I would really appreciate it. Thank you, and let's get cooking. I thought I would show you the ingredients that we're going to use for the soup. We have salt and pepper, red pepper flakes, the Italian seasoning, a box of chicken broth, and I might add more than a box. It depends on the consistency, and so you can add more if you want it a little thinner. So anyway, chicken broth, 4 cans of diced tomatoes, and you could use whole tomatoes, or if you can your own tomatoes, you could use those, but these are 14.5 ounces a piece, so 4 cans of tomatoes, a large onion, this one's a sweet, but a large onion, 5 cloves of garlic, and the secret sauce for the sweetener is 2 cups of carrots. And it really works. So instead of using brown sugar or sugar, carrots. And you know, carrots are a sweeter vegetable, and that way we don't have to put any brown sugar or sugar into our soup. And then just a little cooking spray to put in the pan so that when I'm sauteing the onions and things that they don't stick, and it does work. You do not have to use 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil like the other recipes. So everything we're doing here is on plan, no cheating, and you can eat as much of this for free, and it counts as vegetables. So I've chopped my onion, and I'm just going to use a little bit of this cooking spray because on the program we can use a little bit, and it's a free item. We don't have to count it. The snow plows are going by. You can hear them. So perfect timing for warm soup, right? So bear with the snow plows. And I'm going to saute the onions probably 6 minutes, and then I've already minced or used a garlic press for my garlic. I used 5 cloves of garlic, and after these onions get translucent, I'm going to put the garlic in. I'm not going to put it in right away because you don't want to burn your garlic, because that wouldn't be good. And onions, you can cook them for quite a while and not hurt them. So this was my next step, and like I said, just a little bit of cooking spray. You don't need 3 to 4 tablespoons of olive oil. This works, and I will show you it doesn't stick. So I wanted to show you this is not sticking at all. And I'm not quite ready to put my garlic in. I forgot. I first need to saute my carrots a little bit. So my 2 cups of carrots are going in. And then I'm also going to be putting my seasonings in. So this is all before the garlic. So I'm doing a tablespoon of the Italian seasoning. I'll put that in. And then I'm going to do a teaspoon of pepper flakes, which you could add more if you like spicy, or you could leave it out if you don't like spicy whatsoever. I'm going to do 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. And then I'm just going to do a tiny bit of salt. It's not even 1/4 teaspoon. And it's more like kind of a pinch. And the reason I'm not doing much salt is because there is salt in the broth. And I would not want it to be over salty, because salt is one of those things you can't take it out, but you can always add it later. So it's, yeah, be safe. So anyway, I'm going to saute this a little bit before I put my garlic in. Okay, I have sauteed this for about 9 minutes, and I'm ready to add my garlic in. So this is 5 cloves of garlic that I'm going to put in, and I'm going to saute it for about 1 more minute. I didn't want to do this too long with the garlic because I really didn't want it to burn. And this smells so good. I wish you could smell it. But anyway, I'll saute this garlic up for a minute and we'll go on to our next step. Okay, I've got these sauteed pretty well. My garlic is sauteed for a minute, and now I'm ready to move on to the next step, which is I'm going to put a container of chicken broth in. So that goes in. And then I'm going to do my 4 cans of tomatoes. Juice and everything goes in. And 3 and 4. And then we're going to turn it to a simmer, kind of like a real low boil, and get that going. And we're going to just cook that for about 45 minutes so that everything softens up. Because then once we soften it up, I'm going to use one of this stick blender to blend it. You could put it in a regular blender and it would make it less chunky. I guess it would be more creamy, but I kind of like it thicker. So I'm just going to use this. And once this simmers for 45 minutes, we're golden. We'll have our soup ready to go. And, you know, really, if I were doing this again, I would probably double the recipe so that I could freeze some of it. I'm a big fan of making big batches of things and then freezing it in individual containers, so it makes life easier that way. So anyway, let's let this go for 45 minutes and I'll get back to you. I wanted to show you how the soup was progressing. It smells really good. And I thought I'd give it a quick stir. It has about 20 minutes left to go. My next step is to use the stick blender and just get it all blended up. So I'll go ahead and do that and then show you what the end product looks like. What I've decided to do, because it's really quite thick, is I am going to add another cup of chicken stock or chicken broth into it and then use the blender again and see how that goes. Okay, I added the other cup of broth and used the blender again, and it's still really thick, which I do like it thicker because I feel like I'm actually eating a meal. But if you wanted it thinner, you could add more broth, and also you could put it in a blender and make it, you know, a thinner consistency than this. But like I said, I really like the thickness. So I am going to have a bowl of soup. I hope you enjoyed this soup recipe. It is so good, and it's going to really help you stick to the program. You can eat as much as you want. Like I said, it's unlimited, and it is really good. So anyway, If you find value in this video, if you could do the like, subscribe, and notification bell, I would really appreciate it. And I hope you enjoy your soup. I know I will.